I have something very exciting to share because I have been working on this for a while and I have finally started to see the fruits of my labor. All right. And it's very exciting. So on Wednesday, I actually made a post, and that post, up until Friday today, has now reached 15,000 views. Now, for many people, that may not seem a lot, and that's fine. You can go ahead and skip this video. But for me, that was a lot, or that is a lot. I posted that video on June 25th, and now today is actually at 15,000 views. So today I'm going to be sharing with you what it is that I actually did to get that video to 15,000 views. Or honestly, I didn't even get it to 15,000 views. I'm just going to share with you what it is that I have been doing over the past couple months that I believe has allowed for it to get there. So the first thing is, if you haven't got already, and no, I'm not endorsed by this or have an affiliate link, but this book right here, Day Trading Attention, you need to go get this book. All right. You need to go get this book to understand what is going on with the digital age right now. Because Gary Vee actually wrote this book 2 years ago in 2023, and I got it in 2025. So this year, I got it like 3 or 4 months ago, and I started to read it and I started to study it, and literally everything that he said in the book is just now happening. All right, so he predicted this. But what is it that I actually have been doing to be able to get these views on TikTok? Well, the first thing is you got to have an account. All right, you got to have an account. You need to have an account. I'm going to say it again. You need to have an account. Now, with your account, what you actually need to make sure that you have is you need to make sure that you have a profile picture. All right, because many people do not put a profile picture on their page, and it causes for people to just think that, you're not a real person, especially with AI and stuff out these days. So you need to have an account and make sure that you have a profile picture on your account. Now, the next thing is you need to choose who your target avatar is. All right. Who is it that you're going to be posting for? Now, personally, for me, I decided to pick some avatars that were close to me. And what I mean by close to me is the fact of them actually having problems that I had, them actually living a life that I've lived, single man and working a job. And I'm starting this entrepreneurship journey. And here are some things that I'm kind of working on. One, working on my finances. Another one, working on entrepreneurship. Learning how to market, learning how to take care of myself, learning all of these different things. So I decided to focus on someone that was in my target market. Then what ended up happening is once you start to do that, you will start to actually be able to see, okay, here are some people that need this, here are some people that need that. And the third step is you need to post at least one time per day. Now, you're going to see other people on TikTok, on other social media platforms, and they're going to say you need to post 3, 4, 5, 6, 1,100 times a day. All right. That works because you get in front of people a lot faster. However, with me having a 9 to 5 job, my main thing was being consistent. And consistency is going to beat you going and burning yourself out after, a month or after a week or after a couple of days. So you want to do something that you are able to be consistent with. So what I decided to do, I said, look, I can be consistent with posting once every single day, and I'm going to do that every single day, at least for the next 10 years, all right, until I start getting results. And thankfully, some of these results start coming a little faster. But make a commitment and be disciplined because discipline is very important. So you want to post at least one time per day. That's step number 3. Step number 4 is very huge, and many people don't pay attention to this, but these softwares actually have things that can help you with your content. All right. What you need to do is there's something called a TikTok Studio. There is something called Insights or Professional Dashboard on Instagram and Facebook and all these other sites. You can actually go on there and it will tell you how your content is performing. It will tell you who your target avatar is. So for instance, I was basically posting my content for, men and women that were basically on this journey of entrepreneurship, working a job, they're professionals, whatever. And when I went and looked at my insights, I saw that 75% of the people watching my content were actually men. All right. Then I also saw that the other part of my content, generally, those men, they were between the ages of 25 and 40. So I had to sit there and think like, okay, they're between the ages of 25 and 40. Then I need to focus on men that are between the ages of 25 and 40. Now, thankfully, in this day and age right now, we have AI. So what did I do? I went to ChatGPT and I said, look, I am posting content every day, and my insights currently says that I have this type of target audience and this is their age group. Now, what you can actually do is you could take a screenshot of that dashboard and you can put it inside of ChatGPT and ask it to, act as your social media content growth creator or whatever. And once you do that, now you're actually going to have basically a consultant that's going to help you with your marketing. All right. Then once it showed me that, I was like, okay, well, what are some things that men between these ages are dealing with? And what I discovered is it gave me a list of 4 different things. Men are focused on their money, they're focused on their family, they're focused on their identity, and they're focused on becoming a better person. So once I started to realize that, I started to gear my content towards that because I had to start thinking from that place. Like, man, I'm actually in this place right now. What are some things that I wish my dad would have told me? What are some things I wish my older brothers would have told me? What are some things that I would tell my younger brother? So I had to start thinking about those different things from those different aspects, which gave me basically 3 groups of people. The people that are a little bit younger than me, because I'm currently 30. So the people that are a little bit younger than me, the people that are the same age or around the same age, so 29, 30, 31, and then those people that are a little bit older than me, because the mentality and the way that they think is totally different. But when you actually start to think about those things and you have a researcher like ChatGPT, you can go and find out what are some things that men are searching, what are some things that they're struggling with, and all those different things. So once you do that, that's number 4. You're reviewing your insights after your post. And the great thing is you can go all the way down to the time that you post. You can go all the way down to how long are they watching your videos. And with TikTok, they say the first 3 seconds, but it's really the first 1.5 seconds. You have to catch somebody's attention. And if you don't, they're going to swipe. All right. And the more entertaining your video is, or the more captivating it is, and people can stay on the platform, TikTok is going to put your video in front of more people because they're going to stay on the platform longer. And that's what TikTok wants. So it's a win-win situation. You make a good video, then TikTok allows your video to go to more people because they're going to stay on the platform longer. Now, number 5, you need to go and adjust your post every single day or every single week. So each week you want to go and adjust your post. Every time you go and you end up seeing that, hey, look, I'm actually going and I'm doing this and I see that this is working, you want to start critiquing your post. You want to start critiquing your post. So many people go and they post and they're not being strategic with their post. And because they're not being strategic, you're not going to get results. All right. If you are not being strategic, you are not going to get results. All right. You have to be strategic about posting. Posting on social media is one of the greatest things that you can do because of the fact of it allows for you to basically have free advertising. The app is free. You can post as many times as you want, and you can go and find people that potentially need your services or need your products, and you can build a community on social media. But what do you have to do? You have to talk to people about stuff that they care about. All right. You have to make videos about stuff that people care about. Now, if you take the time and do the research, you can also talk about stuff that you care about. All right. And then that's what's going to make it not seem like a job or seem like a chore. And even like I'm doing right now, I'll give y'all another tip. All right. This is what you can do because a lot of y'all don't want to show your faces on social media. I'm pointing over here at TikTok and I'm pointing over here at y'all that are going to watch this on YouTube. You need to post your face. All right. Stop thinking that, oh, well, I don't like the way that I look or I don't like the way that I sound. You don't even know how you sound. All right. You don't even really know how you sound. There is somebody out in the world that needs to hear your voice and needs to hear you say something a specific way. Even if someone else has said it, they need to hear how you say it. They need to hear from your perspective. Like you see me on this video right now. I got a do-rag on. I'm going to get my hair cut. Your boy had to wash his hair to get his waves right. And I'm on here with my traveling shirt on from when I went to Jamaica. And so many people are full of themselves and you don't want to be yourself. Go on there and be yourself. You don't have to be suited and booted all the time, putting on a polo or putting on, a suit and tie and all of that. Social media platforms are a social platform. All right. You are supposed to be social. Before people start doing all this business and all this other stuff on these platforms, it was a social platform for you to be able to connect with other people. And it's a great way for you to be able to build a community for free. So what you want to do is be yourself. The more you are able to be yourself, the more results you are actually going to get. And the reason why that is because right now AI is out. All right. You have these AI influencers. Yes, people can go and get AI influencers and they can go make a lot of money. But the reality of it is people still love human connection. People still need human connection. So if you are not going out there and being yourself, being authentic, maybe you're driving in I'm not going to say driving in your car. Make sure that you keep your hands on the wheel and you keep your eyes on the road. All right. But maybe you are, going for a walk. Maybe you're going to the gym. Maybe you are doing like I'm doing and you were like, hey, look, I got this idea. Let me go put it out in the world today. And now people are showing up to your lives or people are watching your YouTube videos. Create the content. All right. Create the content. Okay. Create the content. I don't know how many times I have to say it, but don't only create the content, post the content. All right. Post the content. What I started to do is I just stopped focusing on how I sound, how I look, and I just made sure that the content that I'm putting out is valuable. All right. If you're putting out valuable content, someone is going to love it and they are going to join your community. And by what I mean by joining your community, they're going to give you a follow. All right. So let's do a recap. Have a social media account with a profile picture. All right. You need to have a profile picture, show your face. Now, that would preferably be some type of professional photo. It doesn't have to be like you in a suit and tie, but I'm saying something where you're actually having good lighting and you actually have, something nice on, you're smiling or whatever. You want to have an account with a good photo. The next thing is choose your target avatar. Now, the great thing about posting on social media is that you can have multiple target avatars and you can talk to all of them. You may have, somebody that is interested in basketball and they like burgers. You might have somebody that's interested in football and they like steaks. Well, you can go and you can kind of get the sales or the psychology and you can be able to create content that's actually for them. Now, post once a day. Make a commitment. Make a commitment to post once every day. Even y'all watching me on TikTok right now, and even you on YouTube, go to my TikTok page, Freedom with MC, and you will see there are some posts that I have that have only gotten maybe like 30 views or maybe 100 views. But what happened? I kept showing up day after day. Okay, I kept showing up day after day. And why? The reason why is because I'm learning to build a skill. I'm learning to discover what actually works and then being consistent with that. All right. So make sure that you're posting at least one time per day. And the other thing is the reason why social media is so important, this is a side note, is because think about if you were able to have 30 people inside of a room every single day. Think about if you were able to have 100 people inside of a room every single day. That is the leverage that you have with social media. You are actually able to have people come watch your video every single day. All right. Now, number 4, make sure you review your insights weekly. All right. Choose a specific day. Maybe you say, okay, Sunday is going to be my start day and I'm going to go to Saturday and then I'm going to review on Sunday and then get prepared to have my post for the next week. All right. Make sure that you are reviewing weekly and you are making adjustments. Now, don't go try to make these 1,500,000 adjustments. Make one adjustment. Maybe you just focus, a few days on your titles. You make sure that your titles are good. Maybe the next day you're focusing, or the next week, you're focusing on making sure you have a good hook. Maybe you're making sure you're using trending sounds. Maybe you make sure that you have a good caption and all those different things. Do it one step at a time. That's why over the past 60 days, I was actually able to do this. And I'm telling you how to do this so you can do it sooner than what I did. All right. You should be able to do this within maybe 30 days. All right. But if you are posting multiple times a day, maybe 2, 3, 4 times a day, maybe that can end up happening sooner because now you're posting 3, 4, 5 times more than somebody else. So you're going to have more data coming in a lot faster. All right. And that's basically what it is. You are data gathering. And the last thing is, don't forget steps number 3 and step number 4. Make sure you go and you make adjustments. All right. That's number 5. Make adjustments and repeat steps 3 through 4. All right. Or 3 through 5. Make adjustments, repeat steps 3 through 5. All right. I hope that this was helpful for y'all. If so, make sure y'all stay up to date make sure y'all go hit that follow button so that you can actually be able to grow your account, because whether you know it or not, social media is your business card. All right. Social media is your business card. If you do not have a social media account in the year of 2025, you are behind. Right. But the great thing is you can get started today. All right. So I'll catch y'all in the next video. Thanks for tuning in.